It is indeed a pleasure to introduce the first speaker for the day, Professor Udit Jayasinghe Mudalige. Professor Udit Jayasinghe Mudalige is the Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management and Senior Professor and the Chair of Agribusiness Management and Director, Staff Development Center at Wayamba University, Sri Lanka. He is a recipient of the prestigious Fulbright Teaching and Research Fellowship and the Endeavour Postgraduate Research Fellowship. He is also a Senior Fellow and staff of the Education Development Association UK, a Certified Development Project Manager, and a Chartered Environmental Professional. Professor Jayasinghe Mudalige has won multiple awards, including the Presidential, National Research Council, National Science Foundation, Young Scientist Award, and University Research Awards for his contribution as an academic cum researcher globally. He has served as team leader, collaborating scientist for over 60 international and national grants and has provided consultations and published in over 150 peer-reviewed journal articles, reports, textbooks, etc. Further, he has presented in over 300 research fora in Sri Lanka and in over 25 countries internationally. Professor Mudalige has completed more than 400 institutional and program reviews and conducted seminars, workshops at many institutions. It is indeed an honor to have you here with us, Professor. May I now invite you to share your thoughts with this audience.
Good morning to everybody, especially to our guest of honor from the Pearson. I welcome you to Sri Lanka and other guests who are chairing here, and especially the teachers, the most important resource we have today in this Saturday morning to see how the world should be changed, say in 10 years, 12 years, or in 15 years. And you have the challenge of teaching to that group, right? People who are coming to school this week in September is supposed to leave the school in 2030, 31, 32. And in between there are several other batches may be leaving. So you are the people who will be honored or be culprits, if otherwise, of making them the leaders for the what we call the next decade rather than next century, right? With that, I start my talk here. I named which as Ideal Teacher with Teaching Excellence, to suit into this nice gathering of over, I guess, 400. Of course, you know, as a teacher, I don't have any question about your knowledge. We don't have. You are very knowledgeable. Maybe you are getting knowledge every day morning to teach your subject from here and there by yourself, from others. Your attitudes are very positive, I know. That's why you are here, right, attending these type of conferences in Saturday morning when you have 101 other things to do. So you have very positive attitudes. Your mindset is set to teach rather than doing another job, maybe giving you a better salary, better perks. But you want to be a teacher. That's a really nice mindset that we all have. You have to have some other thing, other than knowledge, other than positive attitudes, a right mindset. What you have to have is the skill to teach, right? That's another very important thing. As Dr. Alice very clearly mentioned, as the Pearson leader in our Asia, our region, very correctly mentioned, as Dr. Professor Subramaniam elaborated even in this slideshow, we are going to teach for a student who will be graduated, who will be employed in, say, how many years? More than 10 years. Think about a teacher 10 years ago, in 2006, 7, 8, right? The people who thought at that time are now being graduated in 2019. So you might have been a student, or you might be at your start in career. So things are changing very fast. Maybe in every year, another year, we'll have to do something new. For that, we need skills. If you are stagnated with knowledge only, hard skills, that will not work. What sort of skills that we must have, from where they are going to generate, and more specifically, where you are in terms of these skills is the matter of concern today. So, ultimate objective of my, this say around 45 minutes of session will be to explore you what sort of skills a teacher must have to be an excellent in his life, her life. And you can yourself, I would say, evaluate, monitor, or demarcate where you are if you follow this principle. With that, we will start, right? I don't want you to have a pen or a pencil or a big paper, but think, right? I don't want to write. Give me one word to explain this. One word, not two words. Think about one word that you can use, explain this picture. Take 10 seconds to discuss it with your friend. What is your word? What is your word? Check whether they are okay. If that is not fitted enough, talk to third person to verify it. Okay? Right. Keep it with you. Okay. Check whether that one word fitted with this one. Check it. The word you decided, if I say should be compatible or complementary with this picture, can you use that term to this picture? Okay, now you have the challenge. Decide one common word to explain both other than name it as a picture. I don't have much time, but we have 400 brains. I'm sure you have something in your mind, don't worry. Okay, add this one also. Can you use that word to explain this also? If not, find a word to explain all three. That term should not be a picture, right? Yes, it is a picture or a photo. Don't put anything with P, right? Think about another term. Did you come across? Yes? Can somebody tell? Creativity, something from here? Somebody can tell. Don't worry about mistakes because we all came to learn. Don't worry about mistakes. I learned QA in 2006 from Professor Collin. We don't know A, B, C, D of quality assurance. We know the quality assurance of biscuits, cookies, shirts, and apparels, not in education. We learned from Professor Collin. We worked together from 2006, 7, 8. After 10 years, quality assurance, when the term tells before cookies, before apparels, now it is for education, you see? So don't worry about mistakes. Try to do something. Give me another word. Unique, okay? Not Udit, right? Okay. Nature, okay. Now get all these together. Can you tell me something with one word? At least for a third one? If in Sinhalese or in Tamils? Elua? Adu? Or anything? What's the Tamil word for the Elua? Huh? Yes, I know. Okay? So now you can see something. You can see something. The first one, if I ask, you would tell he's an Aristotle, Plato, Pythagoras, or Pisek. I don't know. You may be naming as differently. Second one, maybe something at the House of Passion, right? You are going to put some old clothes on it, right? Third one, you can see here and there, up and down, Elua, Ogona, whatever with Ang, right? You can see these people and these animals here and there everywhere. But what you can see from here, the single term is head, right? If I say it is representing head, is there anybody, I am sure 100% not here, anywhere, whose head is not in an, head is located in another location other than this way? No. In engineering, even to the topmost position of something is called head, right? It's a head, head of the mountain, right? Why? Head is the top. That's the difference between an animal and the animal, right? I would say. Animal become a animal, not because he's a man now. He's a man. Head is up. There are no people whose head is down there. So it has a great value and evaluation in your life. So you'll have to think of your skills from head point of view first. You'll have to think from head point of view. Your head has, out of many others, to develop your skills, should do two things. What are they? You will have to correctly manage your head as a teacher. You will have to manage your head. And you will have to do right thinking. Right thinking. Think correctly. When you're managing your head, you will have to deal with so many other things you can see. Try to read them. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. Read from first one, loudly. First one. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. Right. Now you think in your life as a teacher, how much you are ready with this. How, to extent to which you are doing in a scale of 10. If it is a scale of 10, how many marks you are going to give you for you regarding your planning and organizing for teaching? Is it 10, 9, 8, 5, 0, no plan, just wake up, go and teach? No. So teaching is different. Like all other jobs, you'll have to plan it, organize it, right? And you'll have to have a goal to do it. That's why there's a curriculum. That's why there are timetables, right? That's why we are planning for 10 years. Person who is coming, the little child today, last week, will be out in 2032, 30, as a graduate. What we are going to teach them, what sort of goals we have set to develop their head, think correctly, manage the life and rest of the things correctly. So thinking part, what are the things? Service learning. It's not only learning. It should be oriented towards a job or to offer a good service. Think in that point of view. If I had 3 hours, I could have come with each and everything with a separate slide. In 45 minutes, I will do maximum, right? Critical thinking. You may be having positive thinking. Positive thinking to eat more. It's not critical thinking then, right? Critical thinking means you will have to do the right thing. That's why we are going to a doctor to get medicine rather than asking from a conductor. We are critically thinking, doctor is capable of giving it. That's why we are going to take the service from the right person for right thing. You have to manage your head teach the students, and you should develop that skill of critically thinking and problem solving. The managerial aspect, as Dr. Alice very correctly said, the jobs in 2035, big data analysis, artificial intelligence, and all these things are regarding problem solving. Your service is needed by the computer, right? See where we are. Computer is there, tab will be there. I don't know the equipment, what it could be there, but brain should be needed. It needs your service to make a decision. So human has still a big power, and the way you are doing it will be different. So learning to learn. So now you think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 aspects of managing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 aspects of thinking. If you take a piece of paper with a pen of a scale of 1 to 10, if you give marks to you, 10 marks for each, regarding yourself, you are doing a self-assessment today, right? How many marks you can give for you out of 100, 10 into 10? How many marks you are going to have? You can give 100 out of 100, right? You can give 100 out of 100, leaving at least no 1 mark to improve. Is it correct? May not, right? You may be 80%, 90%, 50%, don't worry, maybe 40%. No goals at all, 0, don't worry. That's what we want to develop from today, that skill. Your knowledge is there, your mindset is there, your attitude is correct. Now the skills that should be coming from your head is matter. So try to get more and more marks, make it 100. You will not reach 100, but you are approaching to 100. Approaching to 100 means you are developing your skills. So every year, every month, every quarter, you can assess yourself in terms of these 10. That's why I would say these are 10 different aspects to which you should manage your head to achieve, right? Hereafter, when you are thinking about head, it's not only knowledge. Think about these skills I should develop. Problem solving skills, decision making skills, service learning, how to do, planning and organizing new ways of doing. Everything, your plans, training, everything should be focused on that. Is that the only thing you should develop? That's the problem. I want head, only head. Is that enough? Right? Is that enough? If it is enough, why we have other organs? Right? The head could have been 2/3 of our body with a small other part. No. That's why we have a comparative body. Head is this much. All other parts are at least around 7 to 8 times than your general head. So that means there is something other to think about. I am sure now you are going to give a one word. Everybody, I am sure. Ah, yes, yeah, even before seeing. Even if you see a bulk of sand, if it is like that, it is a heart. Right? It's a heart. Why you are telling it's a heart? Why it is not a heart? If I say it is not a heart, how are you going to prove it? Ears. So you see, in your mindset, in terms of what you have got over time, this shape is becoming a heart. It's called as a heart. What is this? Heart. Single word is easy. Heart. Heart. Heart with little cation. See? Heart with little cation, second heart is without cation. Yesterday when I was coming here, right, I told this one yesterday also, right, I saw something nicely printed in the backside of a three-wheeler. පෙට්ටගම ඇතුළ රත්තරන්නම් එළිය කැටයන් තිබුණත් එකයි නැතත් එකයි. I thought about this one. Second one, no cation, still hard. Third one, with cation is still hard. First one also hard, but with sand. Now, what is the importance of this? Importance of this is you'll have to use it. You'll have to use it, right? That's why it becomes the most important organ. If it stops, no point of having a brain. So use your heart for two other aspects. What? You try to relate your students, your major stakeholder, very correctly. You try to care your student, your major stakeholder, with these aspects. Okay, we'll start from bottom there. First one, communication. Second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Right. Now what you have got? When you are communicating, it is true that you are using mouth, you are using your brain, but it should be coming from heart. Right? Don't believe you have this degree, this capability, that capability, you are this much old, that much post, so you use your brain to communicate, you will fail. When you are communicating with the student, use your heart to communicate. Right? So you relate them. You relate. That's why there's a song in Sinhala, Pena Mada Kaditi, Dear Tavalu, Enakota, teacher, Pena because they communicated by heart, not by head. So you can see, your cooperation should be developed through the heart. Your social skills, right? All skills, being with others, being with other stakeholders, with the society, with the neighbors, you should have a skill. You'll have to develop first as a teacher. As a teacher, you try to develop. Then put it in your major stakeholders. Try to develop with them also. Then you are using your heart very correctly. Conflict resolution should be coming from your heart. That's why better people who are dealing with conflict resolution, we can demarcate them. He is good in resolution. He is good in conflict resolution, not because of his brain. He has a good heart to do and deal, see. And caring, a lot of concern for others, that's a skill. If you don't have a concern for others, you are losing a skill that you must have. Skill is not something always measurable, countable, or touchable, but if you have a concern for others, that is one of your skills that is coming from your heart. Empathy, you are feeling, greater feeling, deeper feeling about others and their situation. What happened to them? You'll have to have that one. Then only you can deal with next century or next decade students. They are very different from 10 years ago, right? And sharing and nurturing relationships. Now it is heart. Is that enough? Head, heart. Is that enough? No. Right? Now you have some other things. What are these? Now it's easy, see? Now it's easy. Naming first one, whether Pythagoras or Pisa, animal or animal, is difficult. Now you know this is a hand or hands. These are hands or legs. How do you differentiate hands and legs? When I show in that way, what are the facts you have to tell? They are hands. If I say they are legs, how do you say they are hands? They are up. They are up. Right? That's the difference between an animal and a person. When we get in this position, hands become here. So let us use them. They are separated from animals. So students, to teach, the teachers should have skills that are generated through your hands. How you are going to do it? You'll have to have these two aspects in your mind. What are they? You have to use your hands. Two other ways. How? You'll have to give out hands, right? Give out, see? By leg, it's very difficult, but by hand you can. You earn a certificate from hand, see? A certificate awarding not by legs, but by hands. See, the hands are for giving, community service, volunteering. As a teacher, don't expect your service from 7:30 to 1:30. You should get into the bus before the children. Or you should, your worst bell is the bell at 7:30. Best ringing is the ringing at 1:30. No, you should do some volunteering, community service volunteering to develop the society, student as a whole, and your school and your institution. You'll have to develop leadership. Leadership is not a head, it's not heart. Leadership is to give. Leadership is to give. Give by your hands. Responsible citizenship, you'll have to give. Right? As a teacher, you are a very responsible person. That's why teachers are placed at the top. Right? Everybody counts. Everybody respect. So you'll have to behave as a very responsible citizen. Contributions to group effort, these 4 should be there at least. And finally, you'll have to work with hands. That's why we have 2 hands. Right? Left and right we have. You can do alone and do with both, but with others. See? So that means you'll have to develop working culture, team to be developed. Being with 5 people is a group. You will have to prepare a 6th person from these 5 persons. So that become a team. That's why we are not going to tell our cricket group. No, our cricket team. So when they fail, we worry. Why? They are not playing as a team. 11 people should do at least 14 people's work. If we see 11 people are not doing at least 6 people's work, it's not a group even. So that means, as a teacher, not only your hands, you'll have to do teamwork and you should be self-motivated to work. Self-motivated. When you get up in the morning, don't count which as a Saturday or Sunday. Start your work. Best day to start your week is Thursday evening. Because it's a Friday. You can start. Finish on, say, Wednesday morning or Tuesday evening. Naturally, all other work, meetings of government meeting and everything on Wednesday morning, may be the most useless part of the life. But still, then you think, okay, I'll start my life, my week in Wednesday evening after that meeting, and go through, and you have that sort of self-motivation. That means these 3, what are these? Your, is that enough? Enough? What do you want more? You will have to have one more. You will have to have many more, but I will tell you one more. Right? What? Do you want apples? Yes, at refreshment, see? Oh, then, what is this? What is this? Can you imagine one word for representing all? Having a pet for satisfaction and relaxing. Health counts, therefore. See? As a teacher, you should be healthy enough. Health is not to say your temperature is 98.4, your height is this much, this index is this much, glycine is 6.8. No. Health from different point of view. 2 things, healthy living As a teacher, you will have to have healthy living. And healthy being a healthy person. How? Think about personal safety. People are looking at you. People are looking at you. Students are looking at you, how the teacher is going to behave. Teacher dorarin nemme payin gahala nan. Are kolla dora galawano ilagata. Because he thinks I should do better than teacher. Right? So you'll have to, when you're doing everything, they are looking at you. So you always, by behavior, by your healthy life, personal safety become a matter of concern. Disease prevention is not communicable diseases, right? You should, it's any social, anything, you should prevent. Things are moving into the negative aspects. That's why disease prevention, that's a good health. You should support. Stress management, you cannot do by head, not only by heart, it's a part of your health. So stress management, you have to be trained for that, how to do it. Healthy lifestyle choices you must have. Right? Students are counting on you. You are counting on students. And for a person to come in 10 years' time, or right now at the grade 8, 9, they will be thinking about what is the best way to live. So living healthy is matter. Like being your discipline, I don't want to talk. There will be so many talks here. Within today we will learn. Managing feelings matters for a teacher, unlike any other person. And Channa and others will be talking more on this. And your character matters. That's why teacher is a teacher, right? It cannot be without T, without E, without C, right? All letters has a meaning. So you should have a better, very respectful character. That's your health. That's not your brain. That's not your attitude. It's a good health. It's showing you are a healthy teacher. Your character is counted. Self-responsibility and self-esteem. So now you have how many things? Head, heart, hands, health. How they are coming up? Separately? Are they coming up separately? Can you separate your head, heart, hands and your health from anything? No, you can never do it. It's simultaneous, concurrence. See, they're like that. You cannot separate one from another. They're attached to each other. They are targeting your life skills. That's why they are called life skills. For the 21st century, big data analyst, right? Or a person dealing with technology, life skill matters. Because he is going to do with technology. He has to deal with them, with other people. So you are developing life skills, yourself and your students, through the curricula, through teaching, through assessment, through your personal development matters. So for that, thinking, managing, relating, caring, giving, working, being and living matters. For all, so many things matter. Take a 1 and assess yourself out of 10 and take all. We will give this, a copy of this one to everybody. You will be getting a copy of this nice framework. And keep it on your working table or on your bed door, anywhere you like, right? And check in which aspect you have lost in the last week. You are going to develop in next quarter. Where you are weak, where you are strong, where you are 5, where you are 10, where you should maintain, where you should develop, and how many marks you have by now. So you'll have to develop, right? If your marks are low, start developing. Don't worry, because you can live without 1 or 2 with low marks. Don't worry. If you see this one, it is something like what? Bicycle low there. It's like what? Push cycle with what are called Spoke. Spoke in, everybody knows spokes, right? Is there anybody who cannot understand what is spoke other than this gentleman? Right? Right. Now think about spoke. When one is broken, you can go. Who cares? Right? You are not going to even repair. 2 or 3 here and there, you can still go. 5 or 6 are broken, still you can go. Habai ballo allanne. The other people will see, man, right? So you'll have to be careful where your spoke is broken, in head to, health to, heart to, hands, and repair it. Some spoke may be very important places. If you lose that one, still you cannot go. I'm not going to name any of as very important. You decide, right? We report, you decide. So that is something I want to tell you. And telling so, right, so I should, before starting, I should take at least one book, and so that you can see this month of literature. This is one book we started publishing with the help of other university teachers in 2007. Around 12 years ago. We are talking about students coming today and for next 12 years. Likewise, 12 years ago, we thought of something new, teaching, learning, assessment, and skills development in higher education. And when the Professor Colin was the director, we were thinking how to change the teaching, learning, assessment, and skill development aspects of higher education. Now it comes up to the general education. See, we started with higher education. When you are writing these things, most people laugh, right? All these concepts for quality assurance for biscuits, cookies, apparels, and others, not for higher education. How you are going to measure the quality of that one, this one, how to measure? But with great difficulties at Quality Assurance Accreditation Council, we were able to train the students and produce them with 50 different articles on different aspects and published with the help of government and the World Bank and Professor Colin and others. 10 years ago, I published in 2012 after 6 years effort with many of us. You can see and it was supported by Professor Gamini Samaranayake, Professor Colin, and so many other people. And what I tell this one, you start today, don't think that you cannot do. Teaching for 2030 graduates, you'll have to start today. You may be wrong, but still start, because you don't know who are they. That's how Pearson works. They tell, you'll have to change the curriculum maybe every third year. They don't know. But you have to work with them every day morning, whether your curriculum is accepted. So I brought this one not to sell. We have never sold a single copy of this one by rupees and cents. We distribute it freely. Now 10 years passed, so we can even give the PDF version without any violation of this one. So I would be able to send you the PDF version for you to read. It may not be very adjustable, very correctable, or very fitted into your profession, because it's higher education. But still, when you read a religious book, Quran or whatever, you are not going to read it to be that person. No. අපි බුද්ධාගම පොතක් කියවන්නේ රහත් වෙන්නේ. අපි කුරාන් කියවන්නේ මහම්මත්තුමා වෙන්නේ. නෑ, to become a better person than will you. So try to read it, go through, and with that aspect, teaching, learning, assessment, and skills development in higher education, concepts and applications so that we have worked out, published as 50 different articles. You can see, even in 2019, when you start reading, these terms are now coming to Sri Lanka, now coming to general education. The terms we found not even in the internet at that time. 2006, you know the internet, where we were. 40% of my internet, my salary has gone to pay the internet bill to prepare this one. Because even in the internet, such terms are not there. But with great difficulty we did it. You also try to do. come up with articles, new thinking that works, that retain. So I brought 4 copies, hard copies, not to sell, right? I'll give a copy each to our distinguished guest here and here, and okay, right. So this one, you will be, if you want, we will be sending you the PDF version, because these are for all people, not to retain with us. Try to get at least 10 words out of that. Bring them into your life. Make that change, right? It's now 2019, right? You're going to teach for 2035. So we believe we will be lucky to be with that. If I am lucky, I'll be in the system with Professor Colin, right? I'll be in for another 13 years, right? Professor Colin may be a little less than that, right? So we believe we would be able to see that graduate, right? As the youngest professors, we are lucky to retain in the system for another 13 years. So 13 years work from 2006 is to see in another 13 years. So in 2032, person entered last week, we would be able to see that graduate ceteris paribus, right? So with that, I'll stop and my term. Now you got into my framework. Please adopt, into which you will be getting a copy of this. And if you want the presentation, try to assess yourself, your skills, and check where you are failed, where you are in success. Thank you so much for giving me the time.